As business owners, you're probably searching around the internet, trying to figure out what is the next thing you should be doing in your journey of success. But I'm here to tell you this, it's oftentimes the things that you shouldn't be doing that have the most impact on that journey. Now, today I want to share with you the 8 mistakes that I see business owners making that are keeping you poor. And I have to tell you, number 8 has derailed me in my journey the most. Not knowing your market. Would it surprise you to learn that nearly 50% of all small businesses fail within their first 5 years? Now, there are a lot of reasons for this, but one of the most common factors is that the business just doesn't understand the people it's serving. If you don't have an understanding of your ideal client avatar, there's a disconnect between your ability to bring those individuals to the table so that you can have conversion conversations. And conversion conversations are the thing that actually leads to having money in your bank account. And ultimately, cash flow is the thing that helps businesses survive. So when you understand your product market fit and understand the needs and the wants of your avatar, you're able to have those conversations that result in dollars coming in. Lack of vision. Zig Ziglar once said that in order to reach your goal, you must first see the reaching. And what he's referring to here is visualization. For the longest time, I actually believed that visualization was way too foo-foo. But researchers have proven time and again that those individuals that actually engage in actively visualizing the goals that they desire and the process that they use to get to those goals, they have an improved probability of actually reaching them. If you are a business owner that has come up with a clearly defined vision statement, be sure to share that with your team, because everyone on the team needs to understand where it is that they're going so that they can do the things to get there. Now, a lot of business owners are actually guilty of this next one. You see, we're always driven to grow and expand, right? But at the end of the day, rapid expansion is a tax on all aspects of your business. In fact, the National Small Business Administration, they did a study and they found that 38% of all business failures can be directly tied back to rapid expansion. And that's because the lifeblood of every single business is cash flow, and growth eats cash flow. And if you don't time and measure your growth prospects within business, you can get into a situation where you're overextended. And when you bite off more than you can chew, you're not able to serve your customers in the best possible way. And then those customers look back at you and say, hey, wait a minute, why am I even dealing with this business if I don't actually get value for the dollars that I'm exchanging? And if you are in a situation where you're not measured in your growth, you're also creating an environment where your employees can't necessarily keep up and they become dissatisfied. In fact, the entirety of biting off more than you can chew, it just leads to failure in all aspects of your business. Trying to be everything to everybody is another mistake. You see, the reality is this: if you are not niching down, there's really no difference between what you're doing and pretty much what everyone else is doing within your industry, right? Forbes did a study where they found that those businesses that select a specific niche to serve have a higher probability of success than those that are just generalists. The generalist has nothing that sets them apart, but the specialist is able to craft messaging to get to the ears and the eyes of those that they specifically serve, and gives you the ability to build brand loyalty along with brand recognition. Poor planning is another obstacle that keeps most business owners on the failure track. Failing to plan is planning to fail. So my question for you is this: are you planning to fail this year? Hopefully not. The best way to ensure that you can navigate around the obstacles that are undoubtedly going to fall into your path is having a plan in place. Having a plan to deal with the things that are going to try to throw you off track is the best way to ensure that you don't get thrown off track. Be sure to revisit your plans once you've put them into place, because the reality is this: life is dynamic and things change. And if you can adjust as those things change, you'll be better positioned to get to the destinations you desire. You know, I can almost always tell those businesses that are not going to succeed. It's going to be the ones that do not accept constructive criticism. If you believe you own the monopoly on the only way to get it done, the reality is this: you're wrong. There are so many different ways to accomplish goals and objectives, and your job should be, how can I learn all the different ways? And the best way to learn them is to be open to hearing suggestions from others. Master tip here is not to accept everyone's suggestion. You really want to be accepting the suggestions of people who have actually achieved the milestones of success to which you aspire. Ultimately, you want to learn from those who have done it before you, and then take the constructive criticism that they have to heart. Those businesses and business owners specifically that are open to constructive criticism, they have a higher probability probability of being innovative and figuring out masterful ways to achieve success in their business. Burnout. It's when you're running full steam ahead and then all of a sudden, you run out of steam. Ultimately, when you sit back and you look at how you're progressing in your business and in your life for that matter, making sure that you're running optimally, both on the physical standpoint and a mental standpoint, is important. Those businesses and business owners that don't prioritize self-care, you have a higher probability of failure within business. In fact, nearly 80% of small business owners experience some form of burnout within their business careers. And you don't want to be part of that statistic, do you? The way to avoid burnout is simple. You have to set boundaries and take some time away from doing the day-to-day stuff. Ultimately, as a business owner, you want to prioritize and plan your way to becoming a little bit less working in the business and a lot more working on the business so that at the end of the day, you can accomplish the goals that you set out for yourself. And last, but definitely not least, is the mistake that has cost me the most in business, and that is not delegating. When you don't delegate, you're actually creating a big, significant issue within your business, and it's the fact that you, as the one who's in control, is trying to do everything. And no matter how good you are, you're never going to be 100% effective in every single role that's required to move a business from A to Z. And Z is where the milestones of success live. So there you have it, the 8 critical mistakes you must avoid if success is on the agenda for you this year. And you know what? You can't just avoid those mistakes. You have to be also willing to take advantage of the economy in which we live. And right now, a lot of people would say we're in a troubled economy. But don't worry, I have a solution for you. Just check out this video. It lays out some strategies you can employ to actually position yourself to take advantage of challenging times. I wish you well in your journey. Bye for now.